with the rotation, can you talk about the balance you have to walk of wanting to keep your guys fresh, but also wanting to keep your best players out there? Maybe a guy like Nick Bosa or whoever you want to say, Taekwon Lewis. So just that balance of keeping guys fresh, but getting your best players out.
I think that's the end of the day. I tell guys all the time, at the end of the game, our best players got to be on the field. And we're always going to take that philosophy that no matter where we are on the field, substitution-wise, if the game is close, our best guy is ready to go to make the plays and be on the field.
And numbers-wise, will the rotation be similar to last year? Is it like top 8 guys or whatever that might be?
Yeah, we might stretch to 10. We might end up going to 10 guys playing. Depends on the situation over there. But we're going to see 10 guys playing.
Maybe some young guys that came along this spring, guys like Jayshon Cornell, Malik Barrow, whoever comes to mind that's maybe a young guy who hasn't played much. But
I think Jayshon's come along a long ways. I think he's got a chance to help us. Malik Barrow is just really coming into his starting to move forward. And Jonathan Cooper, who's hurt most of the spring, but has promised to do well. Rashad Berry's got a chance to help us out. And then, of course, B.B. Landers, I thought had a good spring.
And how is Cooper's health right now? How is Cooper's health right now?
He had a hamstring. And hamstrings, he's a powerful runner. He runs really hard, really fast. So he's one of those guys you got to watch. So we kind of kept him out to make sure he could go. But he's fine. He's ready to go now.
You got a guy like Chase Young coming in, who maybe in most programs might be coming in as a starter. Here he might be a fourth stringer. How do you think he's going to deal with that? About really working his way up the totem pole, so to speak.
Well, we have opportunity to compete. I think that's the bottom line. I think the thing we got to be careful about that. Even though we have 4 guys returning, those 4 guys got to work to keep their jobs, keep their status. So it's going to be an open process. I'm going to always have the ability to play the best players on the field. And he walks in and he's ready to go, and he's got a chance to help us. And there's a good chance we're going to try to find a way to use him.
Are you pretty excited about him, what he can bring to the table?
No question. He has a lot of things that he brings to the table. Not only a great kid, he's a great student in the game. He really loves the game, great football IQ. And he's got some athleticism that I think is really neat for a guy 6'6".
Have you ever had this kind of depth on the defensive line in your
career? Not in a while. Not in a while. This is kind of different.
What makes it so different? I know you have a bunch of defensive ends.
Interchangeable guys. Guys can do different things. I can take a defensive end and put him at 3 technique, rush the passer, put a guy at nose guard. I think that's what makes them really special. They can all move up and down the line of scrimmage. When you do that, you can get the right matchups you want.
Larry, you mentioned Jonathan Cooper. It was a big time get for you guys when you guys got him. Can you take me through just his progression from the beginning of his career to now? Has he been slowed by injuries a little bit, or
just the hamstring? He hit the hamstring this spring. He needed like 700 plays. That's the most young player. Getting the spring ball. He had spring ball before last year, but didn't get him many plays I wanted him to get. This year I was going to soak about 600 in him, and we probably going to get about 225 plays. So we need to give him more volume to get him ready to play in the fall. And we will. He'll get that now through videotape and work off season.